let's start by looking for ratings, shall we? Doink. Is this it? There we go. Oh, they got this the TV only 7+ out. There we go. Share screen. So let's have a look how it's doing. The answer is not very well, right? So they started out with a incredibly underwhelming 2.6 overnight, right? It's shockingly bad, right? Yeah. Is this the same year or is this the previous year? How can I get to a second? Let's see if we can pull up other ratings. You go doink. Doink. 2020, let's pull up 2023. 2022. Man. Yeah, you're looking back whistling at Jody ratings. That's not good news, is it? Oh, fine. So this is still the Russell, but man, look. Okay, so you can see how it just tumbles down. That again, 7.49. I think is a very respectable rating for. I think all these ratings in today's landscape. I think very respectable, right? Very, very respectable. Not so much now. So it left at. I like these ratings. The overnight's like half. Hang on. Doink. So it started off at a pitiful 2.6 overnight, right? Pitiful. Then it got a 1.11 bump for TV only. But what is the point of this? Man, they don't even have the AA rating here anymore. They don't even have a place for it. Yeah, they had it there, but not over here. Interesting. Who cares, right? Well, there we go. It seems to be the TV. I don't know. You want to watch the one people watching their phones as well. So it got a 1.41 bump from iPlayer, right? And you got to remember it's also on the same day they put out Devil's Cord. So they got 1.41. Devil Cord got I think a bigger bump, didn't it? 1.41, and they got 1.51. Okay, which is much better. And now this has got 1.54, right? So, okay, so I think a fair prediction for the for 73 yards will be, let's say 1.54. That's like the biggest they got so far, plus 2.62. Bloody hell. So their best hope, I mean, it seems to me if they keep on going the same direction, I think it's probably going to be less. This is 4.16, right? I wonder, right, if okay, so I'm going to say the ratings are between 3.8 and 4.2 within that 400,000 range. Man, I think that's probably a reasonably good estimate. But question, I have no idea how normies will react to 73 yards, right? I have no idea at all how they're going to react because there was so much in it that didn't make sense. Yes, on the first viewing, the atmosphere was very good, right? The atmosphere really, really well. Connor Medlin is there, and Connor, thank you for joining us. On the first viewing, yeah, it's the first 20 minutes. It was good entertainment. I wouldn't call it good Doctor Who. I just have no idea how how normies are going to take it. I understand why it got 580,000 more for for 73 yards, because Boom looked like an episode of Doctor Who. There's a lot of plot holes in it. There are far more plot holes in it. So the biggest plot hole I found, but there was a lot of them, right? There's a lot of them that made it really, really confusing, was that okay, so Ruby made it to this pub. No, there was the beginning of a plot, Dr. Alex, right? It just stopped halfway through and just fell apart, right? Easy predicted the boom was 3.38 million. Well done, Blast from the Past. Did better than that, 3.58. Yeah, but yeah, you're about right. You're about right. I think they're going to be lucky to go above 4 again. They may go above 4 with 73 yards. 73 yards, because Their overnight was bigger, right? It was the biggest overnight of the season so far. A pitiful 2.62, right? So anyway, yeah. So Ruby goes to this creepy American Werewolf in London type pub, right? And they start talking. They start being creepy and going, "Oh, the stone circle, oh, magic!" And they explain exactly what's really happening. They're like the evil circle or the circle you stepped on it, let magic. And they play it all completely straight. And then they all start laughing, going, "Ha ha ha ha! We're just joking, ha ha!" But if you're joking, how come you said exactly what actually happened? I don't understand. That didn't sound like you're just joking. That sounds like you're saying what happened and then you weren't being honest when you said, I don't, it just made no sense. Very little of this made sense. But what made the least sense is so much didn't make sense. The whole, the inclusion of the reasonably dull, what was his name? Roger Ap Gwilym plot. Like, what for? What did that bring you? Yeah, so Rusty Davis has spoken upon this. Dr. Who Boss on 73 Yards Mystery. I'm never going to tell you what she says because you don't know. Bottom line, because you didn't think it out. This was classic J.J. Abrams mystery box storytelling. And I'm sorry, Russell, we expect better from you. Although, again, like I don't anymore, blimey. I mean, like the qualities just of the writing has been shocking this season, like absolutely shocking. It seems one of the biggest questions fans 70 yards will never get answered. Many of them won't get answered. This example of 73 yards left a number of fans scratching their heads at the end with the number of the show's mysteries ongoing remaining unexplained. They were all unexplained, right? They were all unexplained. What is Red Light Cinema? It looks kind of pervy, but not that pervy. I don't know. Can I get rid of this? Fine. Yeah, we'll move that down there. Like, why am I getting there for that? That's the weirdest shit. Okay. One of the biggest questions I have throughout the episode is just what does a woman stalking Ruby is just what the woman stalking Ruby, who we later found out was an older version of Ruby, was saying to get people to run away from her. Yeah, that was kind of an important point, right? That was a kind of important point. Not only did the stranger approach the woman who ran away from Ruby in fear, not only did stranger who maybe the stranger approached the woman run away from Ruby in fear, often screaming and shouting as they did. But even Kate Stewart and Ruby's own mother, Carla, turned their backs on her with disgust in their eyes. Yeah, how? And people say, well, he'll explain that in a later episode. Well, that's not a good answer, is it? That is not a good answer. Ruby did manage to get Carla to speak to her briefly one last time, when she said, I won't ask you again, Ruby, please stop calling me, go away. And then it was less, but I'm your daughter. I said, well, except you're not, are you? Even your real mother didn't want you. That's just so horrible. All right, Paul Toster said that. Like, that was unnecessarily nasty. So what was the woman saying? Well, it seems like Sharon Rusty David knows, but he doesn't know. He doesn't know. Will you shut up? He does not know. Because this is just lazy, bloody writing. Speaking of the latest episode of Doctor Who Unleashed, I used to watch this stuff and inhale it. I haven't even watched Doctor Who Unleashed. Man. David said that when he asked what the woman said, was saying, he's saying, you will never know. I'm never going to tell you what she says. It's kind of up to you to sit there and think, well, what could somebody say that'll make a mother run away from a daughter forever? We don't know, Russell. Normally nothing can do that, right? So what are you talking about, right? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, you could look at it yourself and think, well, what would make me do that? I don't know. And once you start to do that, you enter the real horror story. Dreadful things are being said. They're terrible things. What though? Like Russell, mate, you're taking the piss. I'm sorry that you really are taking the piss with this one. Ahead of the episode airing, David teases it will feature possibly the strangest villain you'll ever see, emphasizing it's hard to describe, but he wasn't wrong. No, it was an old woman. An old woman who you couldn't see. Okay. I don't know, mate. Anything else new about this? Doctor Who confirms consolidated ratings for Stephen Moffat's Boom, right? And then the star of next week's Callie Cook said, I'm obsessed with David Tennant. Well, that's really what they floated this series on right now, right? So let's see how they spin the ratings. So this is a stronger. The full rating is 3.57 million. Again, did Jodie ever get that low? Let's have a look. No, fuck me. This was what, the 2021. So this is her second season, right? When it started to fall off a cliff. Yeah, show. Yeah, didn't even come close to getting. Man, gonna get to the. Jodie was awful as a doctor, wasn't she? Hang on, let's see if I can find. What's this one? 2024, 23. That's 21, 22. Oh, so this must be over here. 18, 19. Yeah, so. And then, I mean, like, it was majorly up from Capaldi. But yeah, look how they're not showing the AI. What is going on with that? I think something's going on with that. Anyway, according to TV ratings firm Bob, which is partially owned by the BBC, 3.5 million people watched Boom in the first 7 days of availability, including pre-broadcast streaming on BBC iPlayer, and those who watch later on tablets, on phones, and computers. Okay. This is the strongest. This is the stronger figure than the overnight result. Yeah, 2.04, but it still would decrease in consolidated ratings, preceding Space Baby's Devil's Called. The overnight scores were expected to be weaker this season. No, it wasn't. Excuse me, no. Stop making what? Where'd you get that from? You thought it was going to be the bestest ever. Week of the season, with the episodes dropping first at midnight and BBC on iPlayer. It's one of the many stupid decisions they made, and some fans racing to watch it early in order to avoid spoilers. Well, again, for me, it works out well because I have Sabbath, but no one's rushing. Again, this is a family show, you idiot. You should have premiered it Saturdays at 7:00, not 10 to 7. Imbecile. Like, yeah, what an imbecile. That means by the time the traditional tea time broadcast rolls around, many have already caught up with it. Well, not that many. Excuse me. Not that many. I think you'll notice that it's 1.51 million. And this is over the whole week. So not that many. It must be only a few 100,000. Like we can read numbers. Okay. Nevertheless, that means traditional rolls around. Many have already caught up on it. And nevertheless, there is evidence the show may be gaining ground on terrestrial. No. Okay, you had a halfway decent episode for the week before, and that is the the strongest indicator. Plus, it was bad weather. Plus, and Americans just don't understand how that's a factor. I was listening to Clownfish TV, and he's like, "Well, I don't understand these ratings." I was like, "Mate, what? Just I've left a comment. Like, you just get in contact. I'll explain it all to you." They don't understand how the weather is a factor. Yes, the weather is a factor, right? It being good weather for the first week, what made me happy because it made the show do badly, right? When the weather's worse, it does better. That's why they kept Jodie in the middle of winter in the Sunday 7:00 slot, right? They just kept that rock solid there, and not even that could protect it. So yeah, it got 2.62 million. Beating Space Babies got 2.6 million. Okay, that's the record holder for the lowest lowest rating. Right? If the spooky episode can continue the momentum across the first week, it could get the strongest consolidated figure. Again, 4.16 if it maintains the which is pitiful. Right? Pitiful. When's the last time they got something as low as 4.16? Flux, I guess. Was this Flux? Yeah, this is Flux. 4.16. Even Level of the Sea Devils, right? Legend of the... is Legend of the Sea Devils 3.47? Hang on. Oh, nearly there. We're nearly under Legend of the Sea Devils. I wanted to go under 3.1 because that way that rating is worse than Sylvester McCoy's worst rating, and it's officially the lowest rated thing of all time. There's absolutely no spin anybody can put on it, right? Absolutely none whatsoever. But yeah, so I don't. So the biggest indicator of the ratings going up and down is it being a good episode. Oh, it being entertaining. I don't know. I can't work out how this is going to impact it. What else is on? Let's have a quick look. There you go. That's actually a pretty valid question. What's it playing against? What lead-in does it get? Saturday. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Doink. Doctor Who. 6 feet. Like, what a terrible sound. Celebrity Bridge of Lies. What the hell is that? What is Celebrity Bridge of Lies? Ross Kemp presents high stakes quiz. Okay, that's not going to give it a lead in. What's on BBC Two? Super League Live? What's Super League? Something maybe. In for a penny, in with a shout. I think it's going to crush. If the weather's good, it's gonna get crushed, right? I think it might go under 2. If the weather's good, it's going to get crushed because I don't know. Doesn't look like they're scheduling their best around that time zone, is it? They got what? Quantum of Solace, blimey. Casualty, they'll probably do better. Bon Jovi, okay, whatever. I don't know. It doesn't look like there's much going on, right? Let's have a look. So, 2.62 million. Show Russell Davis is hoping to draw big crowds for his 2-part finale. No, you're not, mate. Can we predict the ratings for the final episodes? Okay, so it's a bit tricky, and it depends how good they are. But I'm going to say next week I think it's going to get a 2.2. Right, I think a 2.2, and then I think it'll probably go to. I think by the time you get to episode 7, it's going to be 1.9, 1.8, 1.9, giving you maybe 3.2 consolidated. Yeah, you're not drawing a big crowd because no one's interested, right? Because it's not very good, right? It's not very good. But look, the Normans are talking about as well. I love this, right? Doctor Who sheds even more views after gay dance club scene and drag queen character leads a record low rating. Yeah, and look, I love that they're showing this with Shooty wearing this weirdo ass shit. I mean, like, what the hell is up with that? Look, I think the Normies were sent running by the gay dancing. I really do, right? I really totally do. And also maybe they caught some other of the weird stuff they had going on, like this. Oh God, Shooty, this is God. This is somebody who is totally not meant in any way, shape, or form to be Doctor Who. And honestly, I thought he'll be great, but thus far he's just been unwatchable shit. Look at this. They continue to plummet in the ratings as viewers catch wind of the ultra-progressive content. Yes. And I am sure, right? I am sure, reasonably sure, that 73 Yards was re-edited to take out wokeness, right? I bet it was all about like how evil the Tories are or something like that. Because the whole Roger Atwood thing just didn't work. Didn't make any sense whatsoever. Don't know what to tell you, mate. Just didn't make any sense whatsoever. So it's just telling the same story. Where did they get this from? Without a fan base, the franchise dies. Without a franchise base, without a fan base, the franchise dies. That's very true. From Star Wars to Doctor Who to Star Trek, and soon to be Romeo and Juliet, it's important to listen to them. It's only a few weeks back that David Tennant told fans to stop complaining. It was inevitable this would happen. Look, I mean, just everything they've done has been a really stupid idea. Like just really stupid idea. Even Scream Rants dunking on it. Ruby Sunday 73-yard story makes no sense after Doctor Who's time skip. Yes. Jodie, we didn't know when we had it so good. So 6 months passed in universe between Doctor Who season 14's first 2 episodes. Well, sort of. I mean, like the first episode was set around Christmas. Joshua Romero was set around Christmas, as was Space Babies. And then he said it was like July in the second episode. And then the third episode, they seemed like they just met again. And the fourth episode, who knows, right? River's alternate path doesn't completely make sense in Doctor Who season 14 time skip between episodes 1 and 2. I thought it was talking about 73. Okay. From releasing on Disney Plus to a bulbous sonic screwdriver, everything is new in the new season 14, and not much of it any good, quite frankly. That includes the character dynamic between Judy Gatwa's 50th Doctor and Billy Gibson's Ruby Sunday, taking place immediately after 2023's Christmas special. Space Babies depicts the duo going on a tentative feeling out phase, or that new companions experience when they're first with the Doctor. Well, I think you're reading into it there, quite frankly. And far be it from me to defend this era Doctor Who, but I think you're reading into it a bit there. During the following episode, however, Ruby says that stayed there June or July. Yeah, as a present day, tacitly confirming the 6 months gap, right? During which 15 and Ruby had presumably traveled together on undocumented and grown closer as friends. Maybe after Space Babies, he took her back home for a bit and then picked her up 6 months later. Could be, I guess. I don't know. But why haven't they thought this through? I don't understand. I can understand like screwing up with the rollout of it, right? I can understand that, but the I don't understand why they haven't, like, this is just sitting down with a pencil and paper and working it out. So where was it? During the following episode, however, Ruby stated, it was June or July, creating a 6 months gap during which 15 and Ruby had presumably blah blah blah. In 73 years, episode 4, the Doctor mysteriously disappears after breaking a fairy circle. Fuck me, I can't believe I just read that line. Disappears after accidentally breaking a fairy circle, abandoning Ruby for the next 65 years. As hard-hitting scene as hard-hitting an episode as it may be, it wasn't, because it fell apart. Doctor Who season 14 time jump really means that Ruby's reaction to the Doctor vanishing doesn't quite add up. Yes. Ruby claims she hasn't been with the Doctor long in 70 years, but she has. Yeah, 6 months, especially to an 18-year-old, is a long time. When not engaging in political activism and disappointing dating life, Ruby makes several comments about pertaining to a relationship with the Doctor after the Time Lord disappears without trace. The first quote comes shortly before Ruby leaves Wells without the Doctor, standing in front of an empty TARDIS. She utters, "I haven't even known you that long." Anyway, so maybe they changed the running order. I don't understand how they would have made that, like why couldn't they redub that line? Like when you from? Is it December, January 2024? Yeah. So you could have just redubbed that line. I just don't get the incompetence, right? I don't get the incompetence. Like, I can get bad creative decisions, but this is just incompetent. All right? I get most of the production's incompetent, I guess. Oh, 1 second. Where we are. Now I've lost where the window is. Hang on. There you go, found it. I haven't even known you that long. Ruby reiterates when talking to Kate Lethbridge-Stewart later in the episode. So I was hardly with him, really. So this feels like it takes place right after Space Babies. And if you're going to move around the running order, again, just redub the line, right? Redub the line. Have somebody like say it mincingly. Nobody knows it. I'm the doctor, right? You know, nobody's really going to notice. Get John Colcher in if you can't get him. Well, we apparently can't get him because he's, again, in an act of pure insanity. Where is it? Dot and Bubble is described as Doctor and Ruby Lite-ish. Really? That's just bonkers McBonkers, mate. I don't understand that. I don't understand it at all. Once you engage in political activism and a disappointing dating life, how does Ruby Sunday have it? Oh, no, political activism, that's when she was stalking Roger Aquilin, right? Fine. I was hardly with them, really. These remarks make Ruby seem like a fleeting addition to the Doctor's list of companions, like Katrina or Adam Mitchell. A couple of deep cuts there. Katrina and Adam Mitchell. Okay, that's I'm quite impressed. Who wrote this? Craig Elvey. He sometimes doesn't write awful things. Because the time skip between episodes 1 and 2, however, Ruby has been traveling with the Doctor for 6-7 months at the very least, likely longer, since it's highly improbable that Devil's Called and Boom and 73 Hours will happen within a week or two. Well, listen, here's the thing. When Russell wrote season 1 in 2005, he wrote out an entire timeline that went from Rose to Aliens of London. Yeah, World War III. He knew exactly how much time had passed for the Doctor and Rose, right? I don't understand. You got a whole team of bloody script editors. How do you screw this up? I don't understand how you screw this up. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. So fine. So it'll happen within a week or two. Traveling in. Timeline otherwise for more than 6 months, then makes a comment like I haven't even known you that long. I was hardly with them. Yeah, I agree with you. This doesn't make sense, right? This doesn't make sense. So they're not close to 73 yards. Beyond simply contradicting Ruby's dialogue, Doctor Who season 14's time skip creates bigger issues for 73 yards. I mean, maybe each episode is taking place in a different universe. That could be, but again, I shouldn't have to be guessing bits to work out what the hell you're talking about. So after the first meeting on Church and Ruby, Doctor and Ruby are still figuring each other out. Space Babies, their connection is switched in the Devil's Cord. Throughout their 6 London, the Doctor and Ruby are visibly closer as a much more platonic Doctor and companion. Well, of course it's going to be platonic. He's bent as a dog's back bloody leg. Yeah, listen. I don't see... Shooty Gat is one of the few people in the world who will tell Millie Gibson, no, it's okay. I don't want a hand job. No, I think most other people... Of course it's going to be bloody platonic. He's super gay. Their friendship blossomed in Boom. With Ruby even ignoring the Doctor's pleas to risk life. Yeah, Boom will make more sense as a second episode. After sharing so much time together, and this should be the running order. Then it seems like Church and Ruby Road, Space Babies, Boom, 73 Yards, Devil's Cord. Right, that seems like a more sane running order. But they're connected. Fine. Their friendship blossomed in Boom, with Ruby even ignoring Doctor's pleas for risking her life to save him from the Lauer. No, he called him to you. Come to me. I'm going to sing. Oh, daddy boy. I love you. I was like, what the fuck was that about? Anyway, After spending so much time engaging each other's lives and becoming friends, the Doctor's relationship with Ruby takes a big step back in 73 yards. The Tennis speaks of a time in the TARDIS like a vacation. And, so you're saying 73 yards should go before Boom. Okay. And the Doctor's like some big enigma she never got to know. So it's Dot and Bubble this week. Making matters worse, Ruby puts no real effort into helping the Doctor after his disappearance, focusing squarely on the old woman instead. It's perfectly understandable that Ruby would make a priority to help banish the creepy, haunting figure, the figure haunting her 24/7. But if Amy Pond, Sarah Jane Smith, and Donna Noble were in Ruby's shoes during Doctor Who, 73 yards would have. They would not rest until the Doctor was saved. Yeah, man. This is taking a dump on the Doctor. I'm kind of surprised, right? I am kind of surprised. It looks like it's got no friends anymore, right? Literally, no one's up for it. Oh, fuck off, Ross. Oh, let's see what you got to say about it. It's marvelous. It's going to be the bestest ever.
Next week, it's a story called Dot and Bubble. This episode probably had more different titles than any other episode. At one time, it was called Monsters Everywhere. Another title was IRL, but we've settled on Dot and Bubble. And
I say, of those three, I think Dot and Bubble's the best.
Amazing performance a lead performance in this by an actor called Callie Cook, who is...
Oh, yeah, she kept talking about how she had a huge crush on David Tennant.
Absolutely fantastic. It's straight.
I don't believe you. You can only say that so many times, right? Before I go, that's bullshit. I don't believe you.
It's weird. It's an episode I first discussed making with Stephen Moffat way back in 2010 when he came out to Los Angeles to launch New Doctor Who with Matt Smith. I went for dinner with him and Karen Gillan, and at that table, I talked about this story, and we very quickly realized it was absolutely impossible and no one could possibly make it. So come on.
Look, stop being so excited about the money you get from Disney. Your show that thus far has been a failure and has sucked, right? Stop getting hard about all the money, mate.
Watch, I love this one. I'm very proud of this one. And just
really, you're very proud of all of them. You love all of them. And look, you're in a very, very lonely group there, mate.
Ask yourself as you're watching it, what has happened? Where is Bertie Lester?
Couldn't care less. Who's Bertie Lester?
Oh, the black.
But yeah, I do like how this group is way more normal now. I thought this was a trailer. Okay, this is it.
Oh!
So the rumor is this is a. Oh my! Did you send me the spoilers? I forgot. What was the result of that? Yes, 90%. Okay, so yeah, we want spoilers, baby. We want spoilers. 9 people say yes, 1 person says no. Could you send them over? I would definitely like to see them. I'll put them in the chat there, Kensington.
Dot and Bubble.
So it's talking about lots of social media. Look, I'm sorry. You could have done this I'm going to call bullshit on this. You could have done this easily in 2010, okay? That's it. That was it. I got another clip here, I think. Maybe this is the trailer.
Oh my, can't breathe. Have you seen? Have you seen? Is amazing. He's made a new post. Oh, Lindy, Ricky said so beautiful. If I ever met him.
I mean, look, this does seem like that episode of Black Mirror, right? I know Rusty Davis. People are into social media now, right? P.D. Rich is here. Asking where the audience is. Not anywhere near this piece of crap, right? No, they're not interested, right? For good reason.
I love Lindy. Die.
Oh, wow. Open Ricky September.
Look, you better not be taking the piss out of TikTok. Otherwise, your new audience that isn't showing up will not show up. Problem being is here doing problems. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, my goodness.
You don't know me, but my name is the Doctor, and your life is in danger, okay? There are
His voice is so weak.
creatures out there in the real world. There are monsters, and they are coming to get you. No, Lindy, don't.
Would I care if the monsters come and eat her? I think I'm fine with it, right? Yeah. I hope that there's monsters who are searching out TikTok for vapid, pointless users. It's all made for the TikTok generation, and they're not fucking interested. And again, the really sad, stupid thing is you could have made them interested. You know how you could have made them interested? By doing something authentically Doctor Who, and then have made something authentically Doctor Who, but then you could have had you could have made a TikTok only special, right? Like single story to bring people in, or like 2-minute episodes, something like that. Make it directly for TikTok and have kids make it. Like bring in younger right there. That would do everything that Russell Davies wanted. Like if he got like Scott Hancock or whoever the new generation of creators are, or get really young generation, and say, you got a 2-minute Doctor Who story for TikTok. What would you do, right? And do a bunch of them, and maybe you'll be able to like generate some interest. Not by turning the main show into TikTok shit. Oh yeah. You thought that nice house.
Don't forget to click below.
I've already forgotten. And I'm quite happy I forgot, right? Frankly. Fine, I'll grab the trailer. I'll grab the trailer from the end of 73 yards. Oh, man. 73 yards was such cack. I'm just amazed how that all fell apart, right? So quickly. I go to the RTD2 at 73 yards. Doink.
It's a glorious day in fine time.
There are creatures out there in the real world. There are monsters, and they are coming to get you.
Just look at my close friends. Look how many are missing.
So if this is a Shooter Light episode, he's probably just appearing in these like little windows, right? That's probably what's going on.
Oh, it's me. They're coming for me.
All right, fine. Let's get to the preview on Doctor Who magazine. Doctor Who magazine is such cack now. Pocket mags. I'm really considering canceling my subscription. It's just like. It's cack, right? It's absolute cack. Doctor and Bubble. Could you read this page? Let's have a look. So, shooting out with Millie Gibson. In a nutshell, it's a glorious day in fine time. The year, in the year Diamond Top 5-6. Life could not be sweeter. Lindy Pepper Bean Cook is wide awake and raring to go. So, I mean, it does feel like that adaptation of Strange. I don't want to say it in front of Problem Big. He hated it. Of Strange New World from a few years ago, which I fucking loved. I just go look it up. Problem. I'm sorry, mate. I know you hated it. I really liked it. Look, viva la difference, baby. That's what can I tell you. So all her friends except the ones who've gone missing. Everything is fine. All the time in fine time. It's a happy blah 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 blah. Lindy, stop, run, user ID, block the Doctor. Okay, whatever. It's another glorious, fuck off. It's Black Mirror. Okay, quote, unquote. Oh, it was just as evening saw. Fine, let's see what this has to say. Swipe right. Swipe. Okay, hold up. This looks like fun. A dome city in the far future. An Earth colony straight out your wildest dreams. Life is one long party in fine time. Flirting for... Okay, fuck. I don't want this lifestyle. This lifestyle makes you miserable, Russell. This lifestyle makes you an old fuck, with no family. This is not, what you should be signaling as what to look forward. Again, You want to elevate the TikTok generation. You don't want to degenerate yourself to them, right? One line part in fine time. Flirting, flaunting, and flexing away. No, don't look away. Oh, I just forgot. 1 second. No, don't look away. Take it all in. The home world can wait. Okay, the home world. Fine. We're also absorbing technology. Considers Doctor Who showrunner Rusty Davis. Really, you notice zooming in from Doctor Who magazine from his home in zooming into Doctor Who magazine from his home in Manchester. I do think it's these. He holds up his smartphones more than anything. Well, yes. I mean, what did you think? Honestly, yes. Smartphones change the world, not in a good way, right? Not in a good way. What's this? I'm the wrong thing here. 1 second. I have to send someone a message. Oh, so hard to write without saying what I'm writing. Okay, 1 second. ... Once nearly there. There you go. Fine. Oh, that was torture. That was absolute torture. So it was all, yes, I know. Again, what year was Black Mirror? Let's do a Black Mirror episode guide. Black Mirror episode guide. I don't think I finished watching the last season. Something went wrong. We'll try again. Okay, fine. Black Mirror. No, not season 1. Episode guide. List of Black Mirror episodes. This was from 2011. I thought it was after that. Let's see what was in the first season. Nash Hampton, no. 50 million. 50, that's it. It's the same fucking thing. From 2011. Fucking hell. Directed by Eurus Lynn, you could tell. The entire history of you as well. Yeah, okay, this is all this. White Bear was a good one. I like White Bear. Nosedive, again, same thing. Okay. So that's the trouble. This new era is just staid and boring, right? And it's Russell, old, lonely fart he is, having sex with random strangers in gay clubs, is just so, it's so sadly disconnected, right? Reminds me of Robert De Niro screaming outside of Trump's trial. Any news on that? Did he get convicted? I don't know. Did he get acquitted? Let's have a look. Doesn't look like there's any news yet. Doesn't look like anything's going down. I'll just check. Jack Puzzleback. He would certainly comment on it if Trump had been convicted. Okay. I wish I had time to get to the thing I just saw, but I don't. Fine. So, distracted walking away. What are we up to? Oh, problem is, it didn't hate Brave New World. It was okay. It just wasn't Brave New World. It's a fair criticism, right? Fair criticism. But it was a sore subject. Where are we up to? Fine. So more than anything, distracting. The distracted walking, heads down, eyes transfixed, a digital companion in the palm of your hands. By the way, they're saying the virtual girlfriends are going to be huge. Like they're going to make billions. So sad. Virtual girlfriend is you get to choose an AI version of somebody you think hot is your girlfriend, and they send you AI texts and messages, and you interact with them. Right? So, it's so sad and so sick. Coming in the palm of your hand, he says, partly what inspired, it's entirely what inspired Dot and Bubble. An episode that taps, again, you're talking about this in 2010, probably exactly when Charlie Brooker was making Black Mirror, right? Did you just see Black Mirror? Oh, we should do that with Doctor Who. Of course, we can't do it until we sell our soul to Disney. So he says partly that's what inspired him. Dot and Bubble, An episode that taps into the very 21st century fear that screen addiction may lead us to lose touch with reality. No, TikTok generation, they're not scared of that at all. They're running headlong into it. Russell provocative script riffs off interconnectivity, superficiality, and dehumanization. I mean, look, this does sound like the best script of the season so far because it's got real monsters in it, and I think it's dealing with something that's a real issue, and it doesn't sound like it's being mind-meltingly woke. By the way, did we ever get those spoilers? Hang on. Who was it? Kensington had them? So look a lot on one second. It's the way they're freaking out, not because they're monsters, but because the Doctor is black. Really? Are they going to give Ncuti a hard time in the far future because he's black? Was the only black guy seen in the cast? That could be. Well, fuck me. Really? Hey, honestly, has anybody ever met anyone who goes, "Oh, black people, hate them"? I've never, ever experienced that. And if I did, I'll be like, "You're a fucking weirdo, aren't you?" Like most people would be. Like the world's not like that. Russell rips off interconnectivity. Clearly invokes the 3-dot anxiety. The alert to anticipation when you see that the little grey bubble, blinking ellipses signaling that the person is texting you a reply. Well, get the fuck over it, losers. I mean, it does look like here. Everybody's white. I bet you're right. Shit. I bet you're right. There's no diversity there at all. I bet you're right. This is all about Ncuti being black. Really? I mean, I can understand if you went back to 1962. Well, no, you already did that. Went back to 1975 and he got shit for being black, or like, you know, it was in one of the slave states in America or in England when there was slavery. But like, although they were, whatever, they were free slaves, free black people as well. Find them. The dot is a tiny floating silver bead that projects a bubble. I think Dot and Bubble is the best title they floated. Of floating screens around your head. Everything you need is in those screens. Weather reports, life updates, entertainment, manic mixy dream boys miming to 20th century Earth tunes. Yay. And all of it. I mean, this is so the polar opposite of when it was super contemporary with like the end of the world, right? When you had Toxic play. That was perfect. This is shite. Weather reports, and your friends. It's like Facebook, Twitter. I know, Russell. This is not cutting edge. This is again 15 years old. It's boring. Except anyone is broadcasting live. Everyone is broadcasting live and constantly, and they're all talking to their own dot. Always chasing those good vibes 24/7. I know, what a horrible life. There is however, there is a shadowy looming over fine time. So, okay, the monsters are really good guys trying to save people from like this tech addiction. Okay, if I get that right, I'm going to play this clip, right? That's what I reckon the monsters are. They're good guys trying to save people from their tech addiction. Yes, there's pessimism into Dot and Bubble, a real macabre filter, and yet out of that, you get one of the most fun episodes of Doctor Who you could possibly imagine, says Russell. I mean, it's hilarious. It'll make you laugh. No. You told me that Space Babies was great. That was shit. There's enormous slapstick, great big visual jokes, funny characters, man characters. And I think it's a Ncuti Lite episode, right? Or it's a ish, is how they explain it. Man, I bet it's all about race. Oh, so disappointing, right? And it's not like, oh no, I don't want to see black people stream. I want to stop with the whining. So I'll say hello, good morning to good morning, happy day to your best new friend, Liddy Pepper Bean. Callie Cook, who plays Lindy, is a leading star. It really delight. Yeah, it looks like she's the star of this episode. I would love to pretend rediscovered her, but people are actually talking about Callie. Lindy is a proper leading role. Okay, so it is a shooting light episode, right? And Callie grabs it and is absolutely wonderful. Why in a series of 8 fucking episodes, all right, is there no consistency whatsoever? One episode without shooting, another one with like, I reckon it'll be like, what was the one? Blink. I reckon it'll be like Blink, and he's not in it much. Like again, yeah, like not much of it. Linda Pettigrew is written and even named like a Doctor Who companion. Was that intentional? I suppose so, yes. She's like one of those innocents stepping into danger. Very Doctor Who companion, and the name, yes, there's an undeniable cuteness to it. Like Sally Sparrow, and there's a little bit of Stephen Moffat in it. It's a bit Roald Dahl. It's a rather sweet. She's an innocent abroad. Also, say hello to my goodness to fine time heartthrob Ricky September. He's a pretty fly played by Cardiff-born Tom Rees Harris. We first see Manic Mixie lip syncing to Bombalina's cover of Itsy Bitsy. Okay, whoever they are. It's based on those TikTok handsome e-boys. Okay, Russell, for fuck's sake, does this have to be all about who you whack off to? Which, yes, apparently so is the answer. It has to be about who you whack. Oh, TikTok e-boys, yeah. Where's Jinx? I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I like sex too. But, mate, right, let's just rein it in a bit, darling. Rein it in a bit. Oh, God. Like, I imagine that the carpet of his office is just sticky. And I'm not going to say why. Those e-boys who rack up millions of views listlessly miming to pop songs, as Russell puts it. They aren't having to sell the pop songs. They're just kind of miming to them to camera. It's a very laissez-faire way, looking absolutely beautiful. Oh, God. Okay, look, don't be wrong. I like ogling beautiful women too. But I'm not going to write a whole... I'm like, oh, yes. We got to... I don't know. Like, I'm going to do an episode about wank mags. Yes, I'm going to do an episode about Knave. That's going to be one of my, doctor. That's going to be what my Doctor Who's like. It's going to, like, for fuck's sake. Like, I don't know, why are you so fucking horny all the fucking time, Russell? And speaking to, I'm probably one of the horniest people on YouTube. Fuck me. And there's a lot of people on YouTube, right? Charlotte said she needs to give a knockout performance. Even if she does, it sounds like it's going to be shit. I was really looking forward to this. Well, no, I wasn't looking. I was vaguely hopeful this wouldn't be agonizing shit. Okay, it'll be a good show Saturday night then when I tear it apart. Well, looking at it, and why not? Yes, isn't that how we treat them? They're responding in kind. I think you think I'm pretty, right? I'll be pretty, and maybe I'm going to monetize it. It's a kind of fantastically bordering on confrontational. Okay, with Dot Bubble's foray into cyber satire, the techno-skepticism companions with Black Mirror's Charlie Brooks dystopian anthology from Channel 4 from 2011 to 2014. Yeah, this is how old it is. Like 15 fucking years old. There's probably a clear step is into Black Mirror territory. You think that you're just ripping it off intensely. Russell, which I love. I'm a huge fan of. Yeah, I can tell. You just ripped off an episode. He's immensely brilliant. I guess you couldn't get him to write for Doctor Who. Bit too white, bit too male, maybe. But there's a little more freedom and Doctor Who madness in Dot and Bubble. Well, you mean it's going to make less sense? Okay. The monsters in the middle of it, and monsters in the middle. I like monsters. The episode had the working title Monsters Everywhere before it was called IRL. So I went back to Black Mirror-like, and I thought more Doctor Who, and it's got the bones and blood of our favorite show. I hoot when I watch it. Oh, I'm sick of you hooting, right? Look, dude, this has not been a good showing from you this year and last year. Okay, we all had high expectations. Well, we didn't. No, a bunch of people didn't have high expectations. Me, El Schmucko here, yeah, I totally had high expectations. What am I up to? I'm still. I thought it on the way back around 2009 when I was still working. Doctor Who, says Russell. Casting my back to 2005, 2010, the first stint, because I pitched it to Steve. Okay, we just had that story, right? Pitched Stephen Moffat when I was having dinner with him. Would you come back and write for the program? Every year he asked me, and how lovely. So I pitched the episode in 2010 in the restaurant called House on Abbot Kinney Boulevard. That's 1 second. I want to look at that restaurant. House. Robert. What's it called again? Robert Kennedy Boulevard? On Abbot Kinney. How's Abbot Kinney? Let's have a look. Well, it's not swanky now, is it? Really? I'm a bit unimpressed, Russell. It looks like a dine. It looks like a restaurant. What's the menu? Is there a menu here? Food and drink. Let's see what they got there. So it's like it kind of looks eclectic. That looks nice. Not really into fava beans. Good French fries. Okay, fine. So that's what. Yeah. Okay, fine. So Karen generally played Amy Pond. Oh, really? I didn't know. Was there. They were in LA to launch their first series, and I remember pitching it. I used to call this visible Twitter. We didn't go very far with the conversation because the idea was literally too expensive. But wait 15 years, and we waited for the technology to catch up. I'm sorry, that wasn't too expensive. The big sluggy monsters weren't too expensive. All right, Doctor. Look, 1970s Doctor Who could have handled that. This is the most lovingly dwelt Union episode in terms of pictures that we've ever made. It was a monster. Look, dude, you kept telling me that the TARDIS set was going to be awesome, and it was shit. Talking monsters, you glimpsed the things in the trailers already. Giant isopod-like creatures stalking the streets of Fine Time. They're brilliantly done. Says I believe that they're brilliantly done. They're real builds with a enhanced CG skim. I love the things. They operate in a very unusual way, as you'll see. Okay, I'm guessing they're there to save people from the, social media hell. They're really quite gruesome, but don't be afraid. You're 100% safe on Fine Time. And the colony is separated from Wildwoods by an infallible force field. You can gaze in awe at the untamed world beyond without ever touching a single thing or thing. You need never go outside. So fire up your friends list, tag your tribe, notify your followers, and DM your crush and tell them to tune in to Dot and Bubble. Choose Fine Time. Choose Fine. Swipe left. Benjamin Cook. Okay, of course you'd like a Benjamin Cook. Man, I think next time Ian Levine's on Dan's channel, I think I've got to convince Dan to find out more about Benjamin Cook because he hates Benjamin Cook, as do most people, I think, who's ever interacted with him. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.